All right, y'all. So in today's video, I'm going to be applying some fertilizer to my cabbage beds. I have a total of 6 cabbages. Oh my gosh, there is a bee. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a total of 6 cabbages, 2 in each bed. So I have 3 containers that have cabbages. And today I'm going to be applying some fertilizer. Now, this is my second time growing cabbages. The first time I was not adding any fertilizer, which was a big mistake on my part. Now I am new to gardening, so yeah. But I did not fertilize my cabbage beds at all, so therefore they did not yield good results. Like the heads were really, really tiny and they just didn't develop properly. So this time around, I am staying on top of fertilizing them because it is important. It is important, y'all, to fertilize your cabbages because they are considered heavy feeders. So they pull a lot of nutrients from the soil to grow the big, dense heads that you see. So if it doesn't have enough nutrients, they're going to fail to develop properly. So in the early growth stage, what you want to do is, and this is the stage where like there's leaf development. Now I got these as transplants. So before I transfer them to the container, I did amend the soil with compost, organic soil. I also added some fertilizer. I can't remember the fertilizer that I added, but I did amend the soil first before I transplanted my cabbages. So I would say in the early growth stage where they're starting to develop their leaf, they need nitrogen. Okay, they need nitrogen. That is what fuels their leafy growth. And so when I transplanted my cabbages to their containers, there's the other one over here. When I transferred my cabbages to the container, I was feeding them fish fertilizer, fish emulsion, I think is what it's called. And yeah, so that's what I've been giving them. This time around, they're at their mid to late growth stage because this is how big they are. Once they start to form heads, like this one, you see how the head is starting to form. So once they are at that stage, they would be considered to be at the mid to late growth stage. So they need a lot of phosphorus and potassium. So at that stage, you want to switch to a fertilizer that is low in nitrogen, but high in phosphorus and potassium. So I'm going to be using a mix that has that. So this is I don't know if y'all could see, this is the mix that we're going to give it, 5-10-10. And it has natural ingredients. I've never used this before. Like I said, this is my first time feeding my plants. So this is my first time using this fertilizer. I don't know how good it works, but it's supposed to have some natural ingredients. This fertilizer should help in the stage that the cabbages are in right now. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna apply a little bit of it at the base. Okay, you wanna apply it 3 to 4 inches away from the cabbages. And then after applying it, you wanna water it in. Now we are supposed to be getting a light rain tomorrow, but I am still gonna be watering this bed. It is supposed to be a slow release fertilizer. So after adding it to the soil, it's gonna slowly release the nutrient. I'm going to be adding, let me see, for the cabbages, I would say I'm gonna be adding 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon for each cabbage. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that right now. So this is how the fertilizer look. Okay, so add a tablespoon of that around the cabbage base, about 3 to 4 inches away from the plant. So like this, and then just sprinkle it around the cabbage plant. All right. We're going to do for the other plant. Now, if you guys ever use this fertilizer, let me know in the comments, because again, this is my first time applying fertilizer. Fertilizer. I mean, when I first started my gardening journey, I was trying to make natural fertilizers, but it doesn't look like it was working. And when I say was trying to make natural fertilizers, I meant by like with kitchen scraps, and apparently it wasn't working for my cabbages and they stayed tiny. So we have the fertilizer around the cabbage bed in this one. So we're gonna do the other bed. So here we go. Hope y'all can see. Now I do have some marigolds and some forget-me-nots that are growing on the cabbage beds. I don't know how the fertilizer is gonna affect them. I really don't. Hopefully they love this same fertilizer. All right. Now this one is a little on the small side. I don't know why, but it doesn't look to be doing so well. So hopefully giving it this little nutrient will help. Hope y'all can see. All right. What we're gonna do now is just water it in, and that'll be it. So you want to feed it every 2 to 3 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks from this point on. So I am going to be feeding it with this fertilizer, and we'll see how well they do. All right, so let's go ahead and water them in. All right, I had to switch to a cup, y'all, because the other method was just not working. All right, hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Just gonna raise this up and then just water it slightly. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and water the other bed. Like I said, it will be raining lightly tomorrow, so all right, so that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my previous video, and I will see you all in the next one.